Okay.
Okay. Hello, this is Brian Mirsch. I am at Chromaline Screen Print Products here in Duluth, Minnesota. We have just gone live with the Eclipse, the 2024 Eclipse, that's traveling from Texas up through the core of the United States through Maine. Marty Medvetz is our sales manager. He just happens to live in the path of Totality, so he has volunteered to take a video. Fawn, is he on the split screen right now?
Yeah, it looks great.
Okay. So I had the pleasure of seeing the 2017 Eclipse in Wyoming. So I'm extremely excited about this event. And this is actually a picture I took at that Eclipse. So Marty, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay. How's it looking there?
We were afraid of bad weather today, but the skies has a very scattered and thin layer of clouds, but nothing that's interfering with seeing a nice sharp image of the eclipse.
Nice. Okay. Well, so as I understand it, we're about 10 minutes away.
I think that's about right.
10 minutes away. So I'm just going to take a chance to kind of talk about my experience with Eclipse here. I was in Wyoming, in the center of Wyoming. We were at a reservoir, and my young son, he stepped on a thistle. And I had to run back to the car, and I looked in the sand, and I noticed that the shadows of the sun were crescent suns. So it just made me think, oh, these are just pinhole cameras. So that was really exciting. And I think I'm going to actually show a quick video. Yeah. All right. So we were at this reservoir, and you can see we were right in the center. So 2.5 minutes in the middle. Are you in the center, Marty?
Let me look here.
It can be anywhere from 2.5 minutes to a minute. Okay. And then we were on this reservoir, and you got to wear your protective glasses until it actually happens. So we're just enjoying it until it actually happened. And then it happened. And then you can take your glasses off, right? Super exciting. Kids are just looking up, enjoying it for 2.5 minutes. You can see it's dark where you are, but for 360 degrees around you, there's a setting sun. So I'll click back so that it was really an exciting experience. How's it looking there, Marty?
Still looking good. Yeah, we've got a little bit more clouds kind of coming in, but again, it's thin enough that I think we're going to be able to get some good images from it.
Good.
Trees are still casting a shadow. My camera's picking up some nice sharp images, so we're still okay.
One thing I had heard, Marty, prior to the eclipse that we saw was you're probably going to see some animals do some crazy things. And I thought, I'm not going to see animals. Would you believe during the totality, a herd of deer showed up and went down to the water and started drinking. And as soon as the eclipse ended, they took off. So that's what they do at night, apparently. So what happens at night on the golf course where you
are? Not a whole lot.
Not a lot?
No, but I have my dog outside, and we'll see if he changes activity.
Okay, keep your eye on your dog. What's your dog's name?
That's Gus.
Gus. All right.
Yep.
All right, so what's happening? The sun is 400 times farther from the Earth than the moon. But the moon is 400 times smaller than the sun. So when the sun hits the moon, it's exactly the same size, right? And you have this greater shadow. If you're in that, it's a partial eclipse. But where the umbra comes, that's a complete shadow. It comes to a focal point. And that's where Marty is right now, in the totality. So the chances of having a moon that's 400 times smaller than your star, 400 times closer to you than that star, it's astronomical. So this is an amazing thing that's happening here. So then what happens is more often than not, that's what it looks like if you're in the focal, right? But more often, well, what can happen eventually is, let's see, this is if let's say the moon was closer, what would happen? This isn't something that happens here, but if the moon was closer, it would be completely black, and you would not see the corona around the sun. It would just turn to complete blackness. This is something that doesn't happen. It's not close enough. But what does happen, the moon's orbit is elliptical. It's not a perfect circle. So sometimes it's farther away, and that focal point doesn't reach the Earth. And what happens is it's the whole entirety of the eclipse is a partial eclipse, or what they say an annular eclipse. And that an annular eclipse looks kind of like this. And it's more of just a transit of the moon crossing the sun. And eventually someday, years and years in the future, that's all we're going to have, because the moon is moving away from the Earth ever so slightly. How's it going there, Marty?
Looking good. I've got, I just sent up the drone, so I'm about 400 feet up. I'm going to see if I can get the image of the moon's shadow casting moving across the area as a different perspective. And looking at the DSLR images, I've got a sliver still, and you can just start to feel like it's starting to get a little bit more, a little bit less sun cast right now.
Okay. It should be noted that you always use protective eyewear until the last sliver of sunlight is protected by the sun, but moon. But once that happens, you can remove the eyewear. So again, the rarity of a total solar eclipse, because most of them are annular or partial. Like, it's about a quarter of the time that you're going to end up seeing a solar eclipse. And I think the next time that's going to happen in the continental United States is 20 years from now. So quite a while. All right. Did you launch Marty, did you launch the...
Yeah, drone is up and
okay.
looking down. I've got the horizon at the top of the video screen and trying to show more ground coverage. Again, hopefully we'll be able to see that moon cast the shadow and move across the area. And I'll tell you, Brian, I'm outside here in the neighborhood, and you've got people, picnic tables, and family are over, and everyone's got their shades on, so it's pretty cool to be out here. That's
great. Will we be able to see video from your drone?
Yeah, so what we're going to do is we're not going to be able to do that live today, but I'm going to capture the video and some pictures here, and our marketing department's going to put together a nice edited video for everyone to view after everything's together. So I'm looking forward to seeing the finished product.
Super. What time are we at now?
Funny, hey Brian, it's kind of funny because I just looked and my landscaping lights, which are on a photocell, have kicked on.
They've kicked on.
Yeah.
If you look at your screen, is it darker in person, or is the screen capturing it pretty accurately?
Let me take a look, because yeah, as you know, these auto exposures will adjust.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's actually a little bit darker here than the image is showing. Yeah, I don't even need my sunglasses right now, but there is still some shadows.
There he is.
So we have a couple more minutes, so it should be at like what % right now?
Jeez.
Well,
I mean, almost.
It's gotta be high 90s.
Yeah.
That just shows how bright the sun is.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the thing. Sometimes people will say, "Oh, it's going to be 98% eclipse here. That's good enough." It's different. It's not the same thing. You want to be in the path of totality. So you won the lottery on this one, Marty.
Yeah.
We're at Chromaline in Duluth, Minnesota, and not only is it a partial eclipse, but it's cloudy and raining. So it looks like you have semi-good visibility, and you're in the path of totality.
Yeah, Brian, when you said this to me, how lucky I was, and then after looking more into how infrequent it is for you to live in the area of the path, it's going to be another 20 years before it even crosses USA alone, aside from where you might be living. Okay, so right now it's really getting dark quickly.
Okay, put your glasses on. Or no, he's using the glasses to go in front of the camera, right?
Yeah.
So what would that look like? Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, so looking to my northwest, it's definitely getting darker.
Do you see street lights coming on in the distance?
Straight lights?
Yeah, sometimes you'll see street lights coming on in the distance.
Street lights. Oh no, we do not have street lights here.
Oh, that's kind of what his yard light did.
Okay.
Went on.
Yeah.
So it's 2:11, so this should be close.
Yeah, so I just took the film off my camera, and it's still a little too bright for it.
There it goes.
Yep, there it goes. There it goes. Oh, this is awesome.
You can see it.
It's getting really tiny.
Yeah, and there's a little speck of light on the underside of the sun, under the moon. We've got a full ring. And off in the distance, you can see it's like a sunset.
Yep.
Marty, is it totality now? Can you take your glasses and look at it?
It is totality. I have my glasses off. I'm taking continuous pictures of with my camera, and definitely picking up some solar flare. Hopefully these come out. Hopefully they come out well. Yeah.
That's hard to get a
video. So where I am specifically, the estimated time, I believe, was 2 minutes and 7 seconds.
That's pretty good, no,
Yeah.
Marty. You're near the center.
And the dog is not reacting whatsoever. He wants to know where his dinner is.
It's dinner time.
Yeah. Yeah, how we looking on here? So, yeah, it's going to be hard to see on this little screen the eclipse. So we will edit in some great pictures. Yeah, and the screen on here is showing a little bit brighter than what it feels in person, but there is kind of a reddish tone to the landscape. And there we've got the diamond ring coming out right now.
Oh, it's getting bigger.
Seems like it's getting lighter. Is it getting lighter now?
Yes, it is.
That's fast.
Yes, very fast. Yeah, in fact, I can't even picture it with the camera right now. I got to put the filter back on. Yep. And just like that, it's like thick clouds moving out of the way. The sun's coming back out. And somebody.
Well, Marty, thank you so much. This is a pretty special chance for you, so we really appreciate you sharing it with us and with all of the Chromaline Instagram viewers.
My pleasure. Yeah, it's quite an event. Too bad it's only for a couple minutes, but yeah, hopefully we get some good pictures out of this, and look forward to seeing the final edit.
Sounds good, Marty. Let's do this again in 20 years.
Okay.
All right. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. Print with confidence.